core of our ministry is really in the local church. So I lead as a lead pastor a congregation of about 250 people in Lyon, France. And I have the privilege of teaching. I teach about 3 out of 4 Sundays a month. I lead our team of 7 elders, a very sharp group of guys that love the word, and I'm very happy to be working with them. I lead our staff. We have a staff of 3 part-time missionaries that are part-time with our church, and 2 volunteered. My wife is one of them. And so we meet once a week or every other week, and kind of is the fleshing out of the ministries of the church. And obviously, I mean, our joy is to do as much as we can as a family. So we do marriage prep, baptism prep, pastoral care, and gospel discovery groups. We like to do that whenever we have people interested in the gospel. We try to have that flexibility in our agenda so that we can make ourselves available, do those Bible studies that are meant to lead people to the Lord. And like I said, I love the vision of our church, which is really outward focused. And every time I have projects, our elders are always very supportive to give energy from the local ministries, but that can impact other people. And we've seen that with the confinement, our little church, our YouTube services, now every week we reach about 1,000 people. And so it's really neat that through our ministry in the local church, we can impact others. In the music ministries, now we have about 7,000 views a month of the worship songs that we put out from our ministry locally. And so it's kind of the dream, what we wanted to have as a compromise. We live in the church and we minister to people, faces, not just, throwing stuff out there. But in the same time, we're able to reach out more people, and that's been a big joy.
In regards to the families that start in our church, we'll start with the marriage prep, and then they'll settle down in our church and have families, and then they'll raise their families, and we're hoping that they'll of course raise their families with an emphasis on Christ, and then by extension be able to reach to their communities and the people around them. And oftentimes a lot of them are from unbelieving families as well. So it's a mission field within a mission field in many ways. So that's been a great deal of joy for us to be able to see those families grow and mature and develop in their love for Christ.
And the thing is that in France, local church is kind of a myth because there's so few churches, people have to drive to go to church. And one of the things that our church has had the privilege of doing is to church plant. So we've planted 3 churches in the past 7 years. And that allows communities to be more local. And in those years, what we've seen is that our community has become a lot more local. We were very involved, heavily involved in the last church plant that we did, and as the past 2 years, and now they're kind of booting us out. They're taking ownership of that project, which is great. It's really encouraging.
Very much of a blessing to watch them walk on their own and be enthusiastic about reaching out to the local bodies around them as well, developing their identity as children in a different location in a lot of ways. So it's been very encouraging to see that.
And one other thing we do in the local church is we run the media team. That's been one of the biggest outreach we've been able to do, is start with media and communication and produce resources that we can share online, and then get people to connect with the church, and then get to know the gospel through that and get saved.